The next question of Code Forces round 918 Div 4 is unnatural language processing. So basically, in this question, we have five characters A, B, C, D, E, which are lowercase. So among these, vowels are A, E, which are represented with V, and consonants are B, C, D, which are represented with C. So now, basically, a language consists of the following format. So it is concatenation of either CV or CVC. Right? These are the two possible forms that language can have. So a sentence in a language is constructed with these only, CV or CVC. Now we are given a word. We should split the word in such a way that it will. We should split the word in such a way that each split part should either be a CV or CVC.
So basically, each split part is like a syllable.
Yeah, like a syllable. So this CV and CVC are called syllables according to the question.
Right.
So each split part should be a syllable. So if we consider this example, the way we can split it is put a dot over here. Then we can see this is C, this is V, right? B is consonant, A is vowel, and put a dot here. This is CVC, right? And this is CVC again. So we could split it by putting dots here. So now in the input we are given such a word. So we should output by splitting the word. So we should output it by putting dot, where dot will split the word into two parts. So now, if we look at the constraints, firstly, the given word, it is guaranteed that for sure there at least exist one split. And the constraints are test cases are 100, and the length of this word can be till 2 into 10 power 5. And characters, they are in the set A, B, C, D, E. And sum of n won't exceed 2 into 10 power 5, where n depends on the test cases.
So yeah, let's see how we can solve this question. So it's given in the question that after splitting the string, every split is a syllable of either CV format or a CVC format, right? Now, from this, we can observe that, let's say CV is followed with CVC. So it will be like CV, CVC, right? And there's a dot in between. Or it could be CVC dot CV, something like this, right? But do you observe at any point two C's coming together? I mean, in one syllable, there are no two C's coming together. In other also, there is no two syllable C's coming together, right? Here also that does not happen. Here also that does not. So from that, we get a cue that in one syllable, two C's cannot come together, which means that at any point in the string, if there are two C's, we need to put a dot in between, right? So if we consider this, for instance, this example, for instance, we will have BACE DB D, right? Now here, D is a consonant and B is also consonant, right? Now we cannot include both of them in the same syllable ever. So we always have to put a dot in between, no matter what. So what we do is, in the question, we divide the entire part. Okay, so there is a A here as well. There is a A here and B, okay. So we divide the entire string based on consecutive consonants, right? So that's the first step. If there are two consonants that are consecutive, we put a dot in between, and that's for sure, because we cannot construct a result without that. All right. So we know there is going to be a dot here. Now, the next part of the question is, now after splitting the entire string based on consecutive consonants, we'll obtain other strings, right? So in this test case, we have obtained like this part and this part, right? Now we need to further split these into syllables, right? So if we take this string, for instance, okay, now we know for sure that two C's don't come in a row in the string, okay? And we also know that two V's will also never come, because it's not because if we try to put CV and CVC in a row, it's never possible for two V's to come together, because if we put CV after CV, we don't get two V's. If we put CVC after CVC, we still don't get two V's. If we put CV after CVC, we still don't get two V's, right? So, and they have mentioned in the question that the string given in the question is of valid grammar. So two V's can never come together. Two C's can come together, but two V's can never come together. Okay. Now we have the string, and we know that in this string, two C's don't come together because we have already split it according to C's. And now we know that two V's also cannot come together. So, so based on this information, we know straight away that this string will be in format like this: CV, 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 and it will go on. It will keep alternating uh, from C to V every single time, starting from C, right? And it has to start from a C, because in case if it starts from a V, it would be of invalid grammar. And they have mentioned in the question that the string is of valid grammar, right? It's invalid because our syllables don't start from V. Both of them start from C only. Okay. So now that we have that information, what we can do is we can just club every two character. Now, whatever the strings we obtain after dividing based on this, it will be of two formats. Okay. Either we'll have CV, 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 dot, 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 and so on. And and it will end with a V, or we'll have a CV, 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 and something that ends with a C. Okay. So the strings could be in these two formats, right? Let's take the first format. If it's in the first format, we just put dot after every CV. Okay. So basically we club every two characters and we say, okay, this is how we split it. CV, 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 right? And if we have a C at the end, what we do in that case is we club every two CVs, but except the last one. In the last one, we put CVC instead. Okay. So we put club every two characters in the beginning, and in the last one, we club those three CVCs together. Okay. So yeah, let's take a test case which is a little bit longer for better understanding. So let's pick up one case from the sample cases itself. We'll have D, A, B, A, B, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, B, A, B, A. Okay, fine. I just took a shorter version of that case. So yeah, let's see. Now, basically, this is a consonant, this is a vowel, this is a consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant, and vowel, right? Okay, now where do we see two C's coming together? We see here and we see here. Okay, so basically two splits made here according to that, right? Now in the remaining parts, if we take this part for instance, this is in the format where C, it ends with C. Okay, so we can put a dot here, one and then the last CVC is kept as it is. This also ends with a C. So basically we club every two pairs, right? Just a second. Yeah, basically we club starting CV in the beginning, and at the end we keep a CVC. Okay, in this it ends with a V, so we can just simply club every two CVs. So okay, basically we make a dot here. Sorry. So a dot will come here. All right, and here also one dot, because since we are splitting. So our final answer will be DA dot BAB dot BA dot BA dot BAB dot BA dot BA. Okay. So yeah, of course there can be multiple answers to this question, but we just have to print any one of them. So we just take the simplest approach that will allow us to print it in a simpler manner without much implementation. So yeah, this is how we solve the question. And the time complexity of solving this question will be, it will be O of n, right? Since we are not doing any sorting and searching part here. We are just simply going through the string, identifying consonants and vowels, and putting dots wherever they are necessary. It can be solved in O of n. All right.